In today's video, I am going to be breaking down OG Anunoby and how he plays basketball in the NBA. OG Anunoby is becoming an all-star in the NBA, so let's get down, let's check him out, and see what makes him so great so that we can incorporate what he does into our games. Let's get down, let's check him out. Okay, so the post game in the NBA and in basketball in general has really taken a sidestep, no pun intended, away from the game. So many people are afraid to post up these days. But we should be teaching all of our players, no matter what position, to post up. This is a very important skill that we can use to our advantage if we get a mismatch. Usually you don't want to take too many dribbles when you're posting up. Here OG Anunoby took 2 dribbles, and then after he took that second dribble, he did a quick spin, one more dribble, and on the gather, he stepped off his right foot, went to his left, and brought his right knee up, which will get his right side of his body in line with the rim, and then he's able to then release that ball, keeping his body straight up, not really drifting all that much to the side, and he's able to make that shot. But we should also learn and know how to use screens, and everyone needs to learn how to shoot threes. So here we have Precious Achiuwa setting a screen for OG Anunoby. OG Anunoby goes for the shot fake, which gets Luka Doncic up into the air, and then he uses that screen to be able to take that 3-point shot. Now, OG Anunoby has really worked on his handles over the offseason. We've seen this in videos that even I have posted, and here he's used a very simple and effective move to get himself an open 3. So you don't need anything special. Here he does a quick hop towards his right side when he crosses it over. Now, when you do this is making the defender think that you're either going to be going towards the right side to drive, or you're doing this as almost like a killer crossover or a jab cross so that you're going to come back towards that left side and drive down the middle of the key. And the great thing about OG is he'll actually do that. If the defender sags off as we see here, what he'll do is a quick second dribble, and then he'll do a quick sidestep away from that second dribble to be able to shoot that 3. This all developed when the defender sagged off just enough so that he can use that sidestep to his advantage. Now, going back to knowing how to use screens, we all need to know how to use them. Now, I've said this in a few videos recently, but to use a screen properly, if your defender goes over top, so as we see here, Luka Doncic is chasing over top of that screen, you need to cut in quick, and if you've got the shot, you need to take it. And that's what we see here, because by curling in right behind that screener, you are now essentially putting that defender in jail behind you, and there is not much he can do. You can then rise up into a shot now. Here, OG Anunoby used the sidestep to get even more distance away from the defenders, and he's able to hit that shot. However, if we go back to the screen, and if Luka Doncic went underneath the screen, we would then see OG Anunoby able to shoot that 3 from deep, or to use that screen a second time and then take that shot again. OG Anunoby has also learned how to use angles to his advantage, and this is what I've always said: use angles and you'll be able to score easy points. However, I've never really broke down how to use angles to your advantage. So here, what we have is OG Anunoby. He takes one dribble, and then he gets his shoulder down lower than his defender's shoulder. This is actually a very important key, because now what you're able to do is, in regular running motion, is to then lock your elbow on this side of your defender's elbow. This will allow you to essentially have that angle. It basically stops that defender from turning very easily to continue to defend you. And then when you do that, you're clearing out his arm. And then on top of it all, he is now essentially stuck behind you. In which case you can then, of course, have a basically wide open net to your abilities, and you can dunk it, you can lay up, whatever you want to do. We see this again when he drives right. Now, when he's driving right, he wants to get his shoulder lower than that defender's. That defender is standing pretty well straight up, so not really a great job. However, he's able to then take his last dribble, take his 2 steps, and because he has that angle, he's able to get to the rim. Now, there's a help side defender that comes over to stop him from shooting. However, that just allows him to pass over to Svi for amazing dunks. See, the benefit here when you're driving towards this right side and a help side defender comes out, in this case, he has two options. He has Norman Powell from last year. Oh, this isn't... I thought for a second that was Norman Powell, but that's actually Ken Birch, my bad. But either way, yes, Svi or Ken Birch. Svi is smart, he cut towards the rim. Ken Birch is out in the 3. This basically gives OG Anunoby two different options. He has the close pass or the hammer pass out for a 3. Either way, it doesn't necessarily matter. This could have been an easy screen right here for a literally wide open shot too. There's so many different options that players can have in their game, and this is why I personally run a freelance offense with the team teams that I'll be coaching this year. But either way, this is a great clip that we can all learn from. This next clip is really good as well. So he's really worked on his footwork. Here we have a pin down screen, and then when he pops up from the pin down, he's able to make this shot. But why is he able to make that shot? Well, when he's popping up from that pin down, his defender's going underneath the screen, which means you need to shoot. That's number 1. Number 2 is when he comes off, what do we see happen? He catches the ball on his left foot, technically on both feet. He pushes off the left foot to then reset his feet so that now he can shoot that ball with confidence. He's not just grabbing that ball and trying to jack up anything that he has. No, he's getting that ball, he's hopping to get the right footwork that he wants to have, that works for him, and then he's able to jack that 3. And we see this again in this clip where he is going towards the right side. He pushes off that right foot to go back, and look at his feet. Set to exactly where he wants. However, this is a great fake, by the way, because here he takes a shot fake and then steps back. He doesn't do a shot fake at the same time as stepping back, because guess what? When that happens as a defender, you should never go for a shot fake if this guy's stepping back when he's taking the shot fake. If you fall for that, you got something wrong with you. But either way, shot fake and then the step back with the -0 step, that's perfect. That's what you would want to do on a shot fake, because that will extend your defender straight up and you will be able to get past him. Again, look at this lockout right there with that right arm, locks out, hits that shoulder, fantastic. And he's able to then drive by, as we see here, and has wide open dunks all day long. Now this is actually another really great fake that we see with OG Anunoby. It's a shot and then a drive fake, and then he goes back the opposite side and finishes with a crazy layup. However, what's so good about this shot? Well, or this shot fake? Well, for one, he goes and does a quick shot fake, which extends that player straight up, and then he lowers his shoulders on this drive fake. He starts higher, and then he drops them. Now, I always try to go as low as possible to really make that defender think that you're going to go in that direction. But by him still changing his level of his shoulders, he's still able to get that defender on his heels so that he can drive. I hope that these tips help you become a better basketball player. If they do, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.